Yeah, we gotta throw this season away. Honey, this season never happened. Oh my gosh, what is up, you guys? Wow, what a painful season. Jesus is Lord. Okay, hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island season that shall not be named, episode, I think this is 22 and 23, because I wasn't here yesterday, and thank the Lord I was not. So before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. This might be a quick one or a really long one because I got some rants, okay? And we're going to start from the last episode. First of all, follow me on TikTok and my other YouTube channel and on Instagrams. Thank you. Tanya, I will be honest, do I feel like it was her time to go based on how things were going on in the villa? Yes. Am I still upset about it? Yes. I feel like who really could have come in where you're like, perfect for Tanya? Truly, who? I feel like she made do with the people that were there, including Kai. But the reality is Ellie had more real opportunities and couldn't find a connection. And then Jordan in his speech is going to say this thing is platonic and that's why he's going to choose Ellie over Tanya. Ain't that the same thing? He's upset because Tanya didn't want to pursue him, whatever, romantically, but then he's going to say the same thing about all the bad bees is leaving. All the bad bees. What must we do? I don't understand this season. I don't understand it. Moving on. The next day, I'm not even reading my notes. That's how irritated I am. The next day, the tension had reached a boiling point and Ron decided to address the tension.
Obviously, I feel like just a little bit of a divide.
I've felt it since I've walked in, to be fair.
There's no bad blood. There shouldn't be no awkwardness. We should all be able to talk to each other and just get back to how he was.
I feel like it was almost as if Casey was like trying to find an issue. Do you know what I mean?
What issue, man? I don't like it.
I really feel like it was just addressed. They didn't talk about how it stemmed. They didn't talk about how they're going to work through it. So of course things were still bubbling under the surface. And in the evening of that same day, the men were instructed to cook for the women. Honestly, I was not following those conversations. I was on my phone the entire time. I may have taken a nap during it too. Who knows? But you know, Casey got his little kiss or whatever. Good for you, little boy. Not little boy. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, no, you ain't put in some energy. All right, so the guys were in the kitchen. I'm going to really fabricate this energy right now. The guys were in the kitchen and they're trying to clean up. And of course, Ron, Casey, and Will were not helping. And as soon as some of the guys caught that Shaq wasn't feeling it, some of the guys were like, okay, I'm coming. Not Ron, though.
I just had to control them.
No.
You gave the orders.
Just be humble. You did well.
I'm actually getting on my nose.
Alright, boom, it's calm, man, it's calm.
No, it's not calm.
Trust me, it's calm.
There's enough of you.
Bro, come and clean, man. We're all doing it together, so come and clean, man.
You're being weird, Mom. Just go. I love you anyway.
I heard about the fire pit. That's very rude.
It was rude.
I don't like the thought of
Tanya
anyone.
didn't even like it, you know. Ron, you can have this fucking chat later. We're all cleaning up. You're not cleaning up. Da-da-da.
Listen, all this over dishes. All y'all need to grow up, Shaq included, okay? We all know it was not about the dishes. Dishes was just the scapegoat conversation to allow Shaq to get his frustration off on Ron. Let's be for real, you know? But I did not appreciate, okay? I did not appreciate how everybody who Shaq has been in their corner for immediately turned against him. And I know some of y'all think I'm one of those people. Just because I criticize a person does not mean I dislike them. I can criticize Shaq and still be rooting for him. I'm still rooting for him and Tanya even after this trash of an episode trial. Anyways, Olivia, your little Gossip Girl ally, turned on you. Miss Lana, she turned on you. She even was adding pepper. She was adding pepper to the story. I said, Girl, it was not that hype unless they didn't show us the whole story. And then you got Tanya giving, oh my gosh. It happened yesterday and it happened today. Tanya sharing her frustrations, she's well within her right to do so. Time and place is so important though, because you give people the allowance to do that to your partner as well. And so when Lana was reporting the story, her excuse to feeling the way that she felt was fueled by, and Tanya feels the same way. You see? Now you see. Ciao. Anyways, next day, this is now today's episode. Ron and Shaq actually have a conversation to talk about what stemmed the tension between the men and to bury the hatchet.
We've kind of grown further and further apart, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It does like stem from how much I care about Lana.
I feel like my friendship's just completely been passed aside, and everyone was just looking after Casey because they agreed with Casey on it.
I shouldn't have like not considered how you felt.
Mate, I appreciate you like pulling me for a chat.
I don't know if it was just me, but I do not remember hearing Ron taking accountability ever in this conversation. Because was Shaq out of line to be calling him out left, right, and center? It's debatable. I feel like Ron needed to be dragged by his what does Sarah say? Sarah Destiny, she always says, I feel like Ron's singlet needed to be torn. Yeah. However, he is too inner people business. So I do understand, like, okay, Shaq, mind the business that pays you. Ron is not one of those people. However, Ron is acting absolutely just delusional, wondering, like, where did it come from? And it's only when Casey came here and then you guys started to side with Casey. The tension was happening beforehand. The people were not siding with your behavior before Casey came. They only sided with Casey because they love Lana and he was being good to Lana. And so whatever, like, that's how it happened. I thought Tom would have been on the Kai Ron side of things, but he has had a change of heart lately. I don't know. The 3-letter brigade is no more, I guess. So yeah, it's a weird one. And then you had Kai talk about there's some of these people who were here who I'd never talked to outside the village. Ain't nobody talking to you either, boo-boo. Ain't nobody talking to you either. Moving on. What happened? Shaq sat down with Lana and Tanya talking about the dishes situation. He literally sat there and was like, I understand that I was out of line. It didn't have to escalate the way that it did. The girls, they still had their words to say for him.
Telling Ron to come to the kitchen, the first time was fine. Then the second time, it was rude.
I just feel like it didn't sit right. And I felt like it wasn't about the kitchen.
Coming over and then everyone was staring. It was embarrassing for him. It really was. How'd you feel after a chat?
Kind of double teamed.
Do you?
Yeah.
Now, I am of two minds. Both can be valid. Okay, let's have a grown discussion here. We are all adults. At least we should be. I fully agree with everything that Tanya was saying in this conversation. 1000% I agree. Where I disagree, again, is time and place. Time and place. Why with Lana? Why with Lana? I don't understand. And I get it, Lana was there in the situation, but you are in a partnership. And it's not even partnership because they're coupled up together in the process. Partnership because legitimately they said they're exclusive. They claim that they love each other. Like, you guys are in some kind of a union. You know what I mean? So I am a person who believes that presenting as a united front is always the priority to me. Listen, if I was Tanya, I miss Tanya. If I was Tanya, I would have been like, listen, Lana, I completely understand where you came from, but me and him will handle it. And if we need to have a group discussion, maybe we will have that and leave it there. But to now be saying, yeah. And then I felt for Shaq because he's saying, yo, this felt like a tag team. I agree that it did feel like a tag team, but did he need to be called out? Yes, he did. You cannot be the person having things to say for everybody and then getting your feelings hurt when things are said about you. I feel like Tanya was saying, just accept that you were wrong. is valid. I think he should have just accepted that he was wrong and not tried to turn it on Tanya in a way of like, you're belittling me, you're talking down to me. Like, no, sir. I don't remember the order of events, but I'm just gonna say the girls went out to dinner, right? I mean, to lunch, whatever, child. I wasn't listening to anybody else's conversation besides Tanya, because Tanya is now talking about Shaq in a way that just delivers a dumping on a silver platter for them. And even Shaq is doing the same thing with Will.
I'm still seeing his bad sides, the sides that I'm like, oh my God, do I like this? Do I not like this? Can I tolerate this?
I don't like the fact that you brought someone else in to tell me off. Don't do that to me. It pissed me off. I thought, yeah.
This is why it's so important to make sure you don't engage in certain things prematurely. Now, sex is subjective because we live in 2023. Some people think sex is like a handshake these days. You know what I mean? But the I love yous, that's where things get a little blurry, because I'm sorry, you guys, I'm sorry. I know some people are going to say, oh, you hate black love. Whatever, y'all. Go somewhere. I cannot imagine having all these icks, these accumulating icks for somebody who you also say you love. Like for the word ick to be what you use, that to me is like, then you don't really love this man. You know what I mean? I could understand and maybe she just doesn't have the words to express what she's really feeling. I could understand if it was like, yeah, there are certain things about how he conducts himself that do frustrate me, but because I love him, I'm going to see if we can work through it. That would have been better for me than the word ick, but that's how she felt. That's what she said. So we're going with that. With Shaq, I'm just like, Will is a gossip girl. He a gossip girl. This man can't keep a secret. Anyways, these two gave the whole villa ammunition because after this little woman's getaway, that's all anybody has to talk about. It's just, oh, Shaq blew up. Oh, Tanya's getting the ick and whatever. And so in the evening, now Shaq and Tanya come together, have a meeting of the minds, and their minds were not on the same page.
I was being told of like I'm a child sort of thing, and that's not how I expect you to ever handle a situation like that. I'm telling you now, don't ever put me in a situation where it's you and someone else trying to tell me off.
I wasn't telling you off.
That's
I just told you how it looked, because if I feel like something's wrong, I'm going to tell you. I don't have anything to say right now.
Okay, then we'll sit here until you do.
I don't mind.
See, Shaq, you had her dead to rights. Shaq, you had her dead to rights because up until now, I was kind of with you in the whole, she put you in a compromising situation, but now you have turned around and now you are talking to her like a child. Now you are talking down at her. So now you're both wrong. Now what are we going to do? You know what I mean? Like, come on. This season is so painful. You're telling me nothing else is going on besides Shaq and Tanya? Nothing else was going on. And you know what that means. You know they're going to get booted off real soon. We have been booted off for less. Oh, they are working overtime this season to get rid of my faves. Oh, my days. It's crazy. So the villa gets a text that there is... they get a text to go to the fire pit. Of course, we know that there was a public vote, and the couples in the bottom are Sammy and Tom, Ellie and Jordan, and Kai and Olivia. I know Olivia was sick. I know she was boiling. Oh, it was scrum-dilly yum for me. But yeah. She didn't go. Of course, Ellie and Jordan went because Jordan is absolutely boring and Ellie, her time expired a long time ago. I truly feel like there would have been a chance for Jordan if he stayed with Tanya. I think maybe we could have gotten our way with Olivia getting dumped because this time they didn't leave the vote to the villa people. They left it to the actual votes. So this could have been our opportunity if Tanya was here for literally 2 more days. Maybe. I don't know. Y'all let me know if things would have gone differently if Tanya was still here. Yeah. In the comments below, have some mature discourse because I know there's going to be discourse, okay? I know there's going to be discourse, but we are adults let's conduct ourselves as such. It's okay to disagree, but don't be disrespectful. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl is going on vacation in less than 24 hours. So I don't need y'all in my DM saying, girl, where's the video? I'm going to try my best. And if you don't get one, is the season even worth it? Let's be honest. Ugh.